Why black women in the United States, African American women, are not submissive. Interesting. I don't hate black women. I don't discriminate against black women. I don't hate women, period. None. But I'm going to try to keep it clean, simple, without it rubbing it the wrong way. Hopefully. I'm not a misogynist, none of that craziness. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy James to the O. You have to go way back in history. Go back to the root cause of it all. I had to go way back in history and go back during the slavery days, where blacks were taught to go against each other. That right there alone kills a submission right there. The William Lynch disease, some say the William Lynch syndrome, the William Lynch letter that a lot of blacks don't know about. He was talking to the white slave masters about what they need to do to deal with black slaves, and how the black man is more of a threat than a black woman is, and how they made an example out of the black man as opposed to black women, guys getting beat, lynched, whipped, slashes, and being raped. Yeah, black men were being raped too. And getting hung from a tree, dead. June 19th, 1865, the day that freedom of slavery began. But here's the thing. You know that you're physically are freed from slavery. One problem. The brain, knowledge. Life is 90% mental. Right here. Inside the skull, into your brain. Your brain is still enslaved. But you physically are free, but up here you're still enslaved. That's the biggest issue right there. Mass incarcerations, drugs on the streets, 70s and the 80s. Big deal. Then you go back to 1960s, where the Black Panther Party was invented. Huey Newton and Fred Hampton, they started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California in the 1960s. And they had a black feminist movement along the way. And there was conflicts between black men and black women due to the black feminist movement, because here they are seeing black men trying to elevate wherever. Then here comes the William Lynch disease. You fighting against each other. It just won't stop. William Lynch said it the best. You slave masters, listen to me. 400 years from now, this will still work. And it's working today. 70s and 80s, mass incarceration, drugs on the streets. I was watching this Godfather movie. It was a scene where they had all these drugs. And it was like, we got politicians, judges, police, this, that. We corrupted, but we can't be this corrupt with drugs. They're not going to support us on this. We will go down heavy for this. It was like, so what should we do with these? Put in the black communities. We don't want that. I stopped watching Godfather after that. So, oh my gosh. Because the FBI, CIA, DEA, federal law enforcement agencies, they was giving drugs to black people. Another way of wiping out the black man again. Some black women got hit with it too. And then you got these crack babies in the 80s. Because that's when it's really at its peak. And then Ronald Reagan became president, the 40th president of the United States. Then his daughter got hit on drugs. And then he starts making stiffer laws and harsh punishments. Rick Ross, Freeway Rick, yeah, he got hit with that too. They was locking men up 10, 15, 20, 25 years for drugs. Just for drugs. A crack pipe, you going down heavy for that. Yeah, it was bad. So it enforced black women to be independent in the household because the man is absent. Due to drugs, incarceration, running the streets, getting killed, joining gangs, whatever the case may be. Locked up, dead, jail, all that bad stuff played a big part of the black woman being enforced to be independent, to raise the children, teaching a little girl, her daughter, how to be independent, how to survive, do this and that without a man, and then babying, pampering her son, when he's the one that needs to learn how to be a man and be independent so that he can take care of a family and do things that a man's supposed to do. So a woman's already not being taught how to be submissive. She's already being taught not how to be submissive. Already. Be independent. You don't depend on nobody. Do this, go back to school, work on yourself and self-improve, do this and that. And then along the way, she's picking up masculinity traits. Yes, she's doing all that. 78% of black homes have a man absent. I watched Beyond Scared Straight. This one girl became a delinquent because she didn't have her father in her life because her father's locked up. See, there it is. Mass incarcerations. Yes, and then she got her life back together when her daddy came back. She wasn't submissive to mama at all. She was disobedient to her parents, her mama, and authority. Till daddy came back around out of prison. 78% of the black homes, black men is absent. Yeah, that is what it is. Drugs hitting the streets, all that played a big role in that. She's taught everything else on her own and raising up her daughter, but being submissive is not one of them. It's not. Ooh, here's a part 2 of why black women in the United States are not submissive to black men. But yeah, there's more. Look out for that. Part 2. It's going to be posted too.